Jamie Carragher there, look. Jamie! 2-1! 2-1! 2-1, mate! Unlucky Jamie, lad! 2-1, lad!
Hello, good afternoon to you. Jamie Carragher has said he will apologise again after a video emerged appearing to show the former Liverpool defender spitting towards a football fan and his daughter. The video was filmed after Manchester United's 2-1 victory over Liverpool. A Sky Sports spokesperson has said it's unacceptable behaviour and we will be addressing it with Jamie. In a statement released just a few moments ago, Sky said Sky takes this matter extremely seriously and strongly condemns Jamie's actions. We have made that clear to him in person today and suspended him from his duties. It falls well below the standards we expect of our people. And Jamie joins me in the studio now. Hello to you, Jamie. Just before we talk, let's have a look at the footage of this incident.
Jamie Carragher there, look. Carragher there, look. Jamie! Jamie! 2-1! 2-1! 2-1, mate! Unlucky Jamie, lad! 2-1, lad! Jamie Carragher spat on my daughter. Nice. Nice, very nice, Jamie Carragher.
So, Jamie, I'm recoiling watching that. It is disgusting. How do you feel when you see it back?
Exactly the same. You can't obviously condone that behaviour no matter what, in any way, shape or form, no matter where you are, who you're representing. Obviously, I've let Sky Sports down, family, and the most important people really who were probably mostly affected by it are the family involved, and especially the young 14-year-old daughter.
Well, why did you do it?
A moment of madness, really, that it is difficult for me to explain. Watching those clips back, it feels like almost like an out-of-body thing, where it's just that moment of madness for 4 or 5 seconds, and no matter what the circumstances for anyone, you can't ever behave like that. That is just unacceptable.
And you describe it as a moment of madness, but you were a former professional footballer. You were a professional footballer for years. You should have been used to banter far worse than this, and you just ignore it and carry on.
Well, to be honest, that is, again, where you're actually thinking to yourself, why did you react like that? Because that's part of being a public figure or someone at times, you know, different things get said, but you don't react like that. That's the only time I've reacted like that, but the only time I ever react again like that. So again, I just have no excuse, and as I said, it's just devastating for the family involved, and also today for my own family, but that's down to my actions that's brought that on.
And tell me about the family. You called them after the incident. Tell me about that call.
Well, yes, I was. I called the family. Obviously, they were upset and disappointed last night. I think.
Did you speak to the 14-year-old girl? Yes,
and that is me biggest sort of regret. There's lots of regrets of what's happened, but certainly the biggest one is for the 14-year-old girl to be sort of caught in the middle of this, of my altercation with the father, and that is something that probably devastates me a little bit more than anything else, really, that a young girl who wasn't involved in anything, really, has now become embroiled in this. And
but it doesn't matter who it was, does it? There's no excuse for spitting at anybody.
No, of course. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but what I mean is the fact that it is a young girl feels maybe slightly worse to me. Listen, spitting at someone, no matter who.
If it was your daughter?
Well, that's I'm in that position. I've got a daughter exactly the same age as that, and if someone had done that, it's difficult for me to find the words the way I would react or what I would say to that person if I ever, you know, bumped into them or something, because the way that father sees his daughter, the way I see my daughter. But that is me. It is my biggest regret, of course. All of it is getting involved in that type of situation. But again, all I can do right now is sort of apologise as much as I possibly can, because obviously I can't go back, and I've done that with the family. Hopefully, you know, they accept that, and I'd like to obviously apologise again to them if possible.
And what happens now? We've had the statement from Sky. You've had discussions today, so what happens for you now?
Well, it remains to be seen. All I would say is that is obviously Sky's decision, not my decision.
Do you think you deserve to keep your job?
Well, again, that's not my decision.
But from your point of view, do you think that after those actions you deserve to be there on Monday Night Football, to be there as a face of the broadcaster, a face of football, as a role model? Do you deserve that position? Well,
what I would say is there's no doubt what I have done on Saturday after the game is disgusting. I apologise for it. I'm getting vilified, and rightly so, because if someone in that game had done that I was commentating on the Manchester United-Liverpool game, I'd have vilified them for the next few days. But what I would hope, not just for Sky, but for the public who have known me for possibly almost 25 years in the public eye since I started playing for Liverpool, is that 5 seconds of madness will not sort of take over everything of what I've done now. Some people may like me or may not like me even before this incident, but hopefully going forward I can show the real me, because I don't feel that is a real representation of me. And as I said, hopefully whether it be Sky or the general public will look at the 20-odd years, and I've made mistakes in those 25 years, but the mistake I've made today is a huge one. I'm well aware of that.
Have you offered your resignation or considered it?
I haven't offered that. No, I'm just speaking to, obviously, people at Sky, and we're working out what's the best way to go forward for me and Sky.